Welcome to the Equine Vet Connect podcast. I'm your host, Dan Carter. I'm a veterinarian and a farrier. The goal of this podcast is to educate horse people, break things down, bust myths, and keep it real. Speaking of breaking things down, here's my legal disclaimer to keep my attorney and insurance company happy. While I am a vet, I may not be your vet. Contact them before trying anything you hear on this podcast. Remember, just because you watched it on YouTube or heard it on a podcast does not mean you can do it. Please use common sense. Welcome back to the Equine Vet Connect podcast. I'm Dan Carter. We're here at Countryside Equine Hospital. Dr. Caitlin Hoffman is back in the studio this morning.
Yeah.
So we're going to continue our nerd journey.
Yeah.
So it's going to be pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
In case y'all are wondering, we are still talking about the kidney.
Yep.
So yeah, we're doing kidney part 2 because, we talked about this in the first episode, right? Like, the kidney is the most amazing organ in the entire body.
It really is.
It's got so many functions.
It gets just thrown under the bus so many times or forgotten about, but it's like it is the main player that keeps everybody going.
Yeah, it's the only organ that communicates.
Mm-hmm.
And so, last week we talked about how the kidney, most people think about the kidney functioning in getting rid of toxins, making urine.
Mm-hmm.
They think about regulation of electrolytes.
Mm-hmm. Which it does.
It does. And that's his main role in life.
Yeah.
But I think it's like a true, it's kind of like a true Gen Xer, right? Because it's got his primary hustle. It's got to go in and do some electrolyte stuff. It's got to do some filtering, but then it's got like a couple side hustles, right?
Some big side hustles.
Yeah, it's got a few side hustles here.
Yeah. Like if these side hustles don't happen, you die kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's actually how we find chronic kidney disease is we notice it's not doing its job on these side hustles.
Yeah.
And then we're like, hold up a minute.
Wait a second.
We need to go look at the kidneys.
Correct. Yeah.
Because like we talked about in episode 1, the biggest problem with the kidney is the sucker's over there working like crazy. Mm-hmm. And until it loses 75% of the nephrons, we have no evidence that it's happening.
Correct.
But, as we're going to talk about today, there'll be some times that some of these symptoms may show up because it's not doing a side hustle.
Yeah.
And so if it's not doing that, then it doesn't really work.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, again, the main job of the kidneys, like we talked about in episode 1, is filtering, making urine, keeping your extracellular fluid components and the makeup of that consistent for life.
Correct.
Yeah, maintaining homeostasis. That's its main function, and it does that by again filtering and passively absorbing and actively absorbing or reabsorbing things and actively filtering things out. And yeah, it just does its thing all day long. All day,
even when you're sleeping, it never stops.
Mm-mm. You wake
working.
up and you got to pee first thing in the morning. Kidneys, they're working all night.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I mean, the heart's cool. It works all night.
It does. It never stops either.
But it just pumps.
Yeah.
It's just like thunk, thunk.
Yeah. It has one function.
Yeah, it's got one job. It's union, it's got one job.
Yeah.
Kidney. I think we even touched on this in the last episode, but it's what regulates blood pressure.
Mm-hmm.
The beautiful renin-angiotensin system. So that production of renin, working on angiotensin.
Which gets converted in the lungs, which is crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
And then angiotensin causes vasoconstriction. But the kidney, not only does it set this plant in motion, but angiotensin 2 goes all the way back to the kidney and said, hey, release a little aldosterone.
Yeah.
And when it releases that aldosterone, the tubules are like, we got to hang on to some more sodium, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Blood pressure's low. We got to get the sodium up.
So we can get our water up, so we can get our blood volume up, so we can get pressure back where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So I'd probably say that's his main side hustle.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's the blood pressure.
Blood pressure regulation. That's his main side hustle.
Yeah.
Because without it, nothing really works.
True.
And like we talked about, for all the people out there who, you've heard about Lasix and race horses, Lasix and barrel horses.
Mm-hmm.
When you're given Lasix, this is a system you're working on. You're working on that renin-angiotensin system.
Yes. Yes.
So a little ACE inhibitor there.
Yep. It is.
So cool.
It all is intermingled and connected.
But, you think about it, like the kidney has to send renin to the lungs to get angiotensin cranking so it can increase blood pressure. And that feeds back to the kidney. It's like, not only did it start this cascade, but it feeds all the way back to the kidney again so that it can reuptake sodium.
Yeah.
Does double duty in maintaining blood pressure.
Yeah. And it has its own feedback loops that can turn it off and turn it back on. It just, it's crazy.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's probably we got primary hustle. Now we got the side hustle, right?
Yeah. So we're going to talk about some more side hustles today.
Yes. More side hustles.
Because we can't cover everything the kidney does in one episode. You just can't.
I know I'm going to be a little impressed if we get it done in two. And I'm going to go ahead and warn y'all, we are going down a serious nerd route here.
Yeah. We're going to get into Dan's favorite topic today.
I love acid-base balance.
Yeah. But first, we're not going to go there yet.
Let's do a quick one.
Yeah.
Vitamin D.
Yeah.
So vitamin D starts out as cholecalciferol. That's not active.
No.
So this is where you hear about, I get some vitamin D. If you take vitamin D, not only do you need some sunlight to help convert this, you've also got to have a kidney.
Yes, you do.
And vitamin D, not only does it provide a little happiness, it's also very important for calcium homeostasis in bones.
Yes, very much so. You have to have active vitamin D to be able to uptake calcium from your GI tract and then be able to correctly deposit that in calcium's constantly being recycled in and out of bone. It's constantly coming in and being rebuilt. It's constantly moving in and out, and you have to have vitamin D for that. So vitamin D, if you go down, like, even though we live in the South, a lot of people are vitamin D deficient down here, and especially back home where I am and where I'm from. And, if you have vitamin D deficiency, there's a laundry list of symptoms. It's
absolutely
very important. So, yeah.
Yeah, and if your kidneys are not working, you can get you can take all the supplemental vitamin D you want. You can get all the sunlight you want. You can go tan. But if your kidney's not converting into its active form,
it's no good.
We ain't getting there.
Yeah. It's very important.
Very, very important. So vitamin D metabolism, very, very important for bone health. I love bones.
Yeah.
Like
they're kind of important.
Yeah, because I get frustrated. Everybody thinks bone just sits there, right?
It doesn't. It is
active
constantly.
I think I read a statistic. I've tried to find it in horses, but I haven't been able to. But the human body replaces all of its bones 8 times in a lifetime. Tears them down, builds them back 8 times.
Yeah.
So you think about it, that's like every 10 years you get a new set of bones.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. It's constantly, like I said, recycling that calcium in and out. It's tearing down. It's remodeling. It's bone is active. And then you have your bone marrow.
Oh, yep. We're fixing to get to that.
Yeah.
So, all right, bone marrow.
Yeah.
So we're going to end it with vitamin D, very, very important for bone structure and strength.
Yes.
Got to have it. And who's responsible for that?
Kidneys.
The kidney.
Yes.
So let's talk about the bone marrow.
Oh, yeah.
Now the inside of the bone marrow
is your long bones.
In the long bones,
your leg bones, your arm bones, your long bones that have some bulk to them.
Well, and some flat bones.
And
don't forget about the sternum.
That's true. The sternum does have bone marrow.
There's a lot of bone marrow in the sternum.
There is.
Don't forget about that.
This is true.
In bone marrow, that's where red blood cells are made.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks, oh, look at the spleen. No, the spleen's like...
That's the storage
compartment. It just stores it.
Yeah.
It's the closet.
Yeah.
Like, they got to be made somewhere, and they just... Like, the spleen just stores the blood cells. Don't act all cool, spleen. You're not that cool.
You can live without a spleen.
Very easily.
So.
Bone marrow, not so much.
Not so much.
So, bone marrow.
Yep.
And we're fixing to figure out how to tie bone marrow back to the kidney.
Because it does.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So let's get into that. What is going on that makes our bone marrow rely upon the kidney?
So the kidneys are responsible for a hormone called erythropoietin, or EPO. That is the hormone that regulates red blood cell production from the bone marrow.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah. And if you're wondering what erythropoietin or EPO is, if you're over 40 or right around 40, we all remember Lance Armstrong. That's what he got busted with.
Yep.
He was EPOing.
Because he was trying to boost his red blood cell production so he could boost his oxygenation to his tissues and perform better.
Yep. So they do make a synthetic EPO, but the kidney does it already.
Yep.
So
Yep. It so the EPO gets made mostly in the renal cortex, that outside of the kidney, a little bit in the medulla of the kidney, the middle, but mostly in that renal cortex. And yeah, so we talked about in episode 1 how the kidney gets 20% of your body's blood flow all the time, constantly.
Yeah, every minute.
Yeah. And so that's a really high. The kidney's very sensitive to that blood flow and therefore very sensitive to oxygen changes. And so if you have changes in your oxygen concentration getting to that kidney, it says, hey, we need more red blood cells. We need more oxygen. And so then it pumps out EPO and it goes to the bone marrow and says, hey, come on.
I need y'all to start, got some progenitor red cells there. I need y'all to start reproducing.
Yeah.
Make me some new ones, crank them out.
Yeah. Crazy.
Give me some red cells. So, I mean, if you think about like blood really almost every aspect of blood is a responsibility of the kidney.
Yeah.
Like most of them, I mean, not the white cells, but
yeah.
If you think about the red blood cells.
Oh, we need to do an episode on white cells.
Oh, we could do a whole thing on white cells. We should definitely do that.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Table.
Next one.
Okay.
Yes. So, and if you're listening, we just gave you a clue on what episode may be coming up.
Yeah. But
yeah, so when you think about it, with that erythropoietin being produced by the kidney, because it's over there monitoring, it's probably the only thing that really, it is always keeping a check on everything. It's like the supervisor. Because
it sees so much blood and it has so many like cells that sit there and just monitor things that, it's like it notices all the changes.
It's like the whole supervisor on the shift, just like the shift supervisor. It's got to see it all.
Yeah.
And so if you think about it, it's responsible for producing erythropoietin that goes out to the bone marrow to say, hey, make more red blood cells.
Yeah.
So that's about anywhere from 30 to 40% of your blood. So blood's made up of a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
But 30 to 40% of it is made up of these red blood cells.
Yeah.
So it's got to roll there. And this is going to make sure there's enough fluid in the blood. So it's going to make sure you retain fluid when you need to, get rid of it when you don't, so we can maintain that percentage. It's going to maintain hydration. Then it's going to make sure all the electrolytes are also in that blood that we need for the body to function. No kidneys, no blood.
Yeah, no kidneys, no blood.
Yeah.
That's true.
So this is where sometimes we'll see, this is what we talked about, where sometimes these side hustles may clue us in we have an issue with the kidney. Typically, we don't see a change in red blood cell production right off the bat until we get some other signs of kidney disease.
Yeah.
But a really big issue is if we have kidney disease, we also know our red blood cell production is not going to be doing what it needs to do.
Correct. Because if your kidneys are not pumping out that EPO, you're going to get decreased red blood cell production, which then we quantify as anemia or low red blood cells. So if you have chronic anemia, this is something that, we can kind of look into for chronic kidney disease. Right. There's other things that can cause chronic anemia for sure. And, we look at anemia and we say, is it trying to fix itself, therefore it's regenerative? Is it not trying to fix itself, therefore it's non-regenerative? And that kind of puts us in different categories. But yeah, that's definitely, if we have an anemic patient with some other things going on, we're going to be like, how are you doing, kidneys? Are you okay? Yeah.
Yeah, especially if we got a non-regenerative anemia, then we're like, something's not sending a signal to make these red blood cells. So then we end up with this non-regenerative anemia where it's not even trying to fix itself.
Yeah.
And if you run out of red blood cells, that's a problem.
There is, so the kidneys will basically, if there's low oxygen or there's low hemoglobin concentrations, which is the protein in the red blood cells that carries the oxygen, the kidneys are going to pump out some more EPO and try to get more red blood cells going so we can fix that. That can happen from, blood loss. If you're in a high altitude environment where you are lower oxygen is available, they're going to pump out some more red blood cells. And then also, if you've got lung disease and you're not oxygenating your blood as well when it goes through the lungs, it's going to try to get more blood cells to that area to just basically maximize efficiency. But then the kidneys, again, it's cool because if the oxygen is low, it pumps out the EPO, they make more red blood cells, they get more oxygen back to the kidneys, and then the kidneys are like, okay, we're good now, you can turn it off.
Yeah.
crazy.
It's always checks and balances.
Yep.
Which is also why, in some of these chronic kidney cases, we actually have to supplement EPO. So if we're dealing with chronic kidney, like a polycystic kidney disease, or some kind of a chronic kidney failure, if we start to see that anemia show up, then we have to supplement these horses with erythropoietin. So downside, if you're like, hey, I'm trying to make my horse run longer, because a couple of racehorse guys have gotten busted for this, trying to boost red blood cells, they start hitting them with erythropoietin or EPO, as it's known on the track. When they come off of this, because of that negative feedback loop, and the kidneys have been seeing such a high, they're constantly seeing that EPO, so they're not producing any of themselves. When we take what we're giving them, what we call that endogenous EPO or exogenous EPO away, it takes the kidneys a while to start making this again. And so a lot of those horses will get this kind of a strange, weird, non-regenerative anemia that doesn't fit with the book. Like nothing's quite fitting. And then you finally dig down and get a history of,
we were doing this thing.
Trying to help him out. And so a lot of those off the track thoroughbreds, that's one of the things I've seen is they'll come off the tracks. Not so much now because I think they've got a test for it.
They've cracked down on it. Yeah.
But they used to come off the track and these horses have this weird anemia that you're trying to figure out. And I remember give them about 60 to 90 days. We'll burn that out. Kidneys will be back working like they should. And life will be great again.
It's the same thing with steroids. That's why we wean horses down off of steroids. We don't just cold turkey them because your body makes steroids consistently and they have a low level or an appropriate level of steroids. If you bump it up, then the adrenal glands are like, oh, I don't have to do anything anymore.
Kick back. There's plenty of it floating around here.
But if you cold turkey them, then they go basically into a crash where they don't have any steroids because their adrenal glands have gotten lazy. So it's the same thing. It's all about feedback loops and negative feedback and positive feedback and all that. And if you mess it up, you can really mess it up.
Yes, like maintaining all these things. That's why we talk about weaning off some of these medications. There's a reason.
Yes.
Like especially when it comes to steroids.
Yes.
Because we get to wean off of those.
Yeah.
And you think about even the adrenal gland is hanging out by the kidney.
Right next to it.
Right next door to it.
Next door
and
neighbor.
It's really important for life. And it's so important that said, we'll put you over here by the kidney. You all the cool kids. Hang out over there. So, EPO, you've got to have it. Red blood cell production. Without red blood cells, you don't live.
You don't. They're kind of important.
So the next one we're going to talk about, this is
Dan's favorite.
I know. I think it's because nobody thinks about this until it goes south.
Yeah.
And the body does this all day, every day, constantly doing it.
Yep.
But if it's not done, you will see like everything shuts down.
Yes.
Nothing works.
Yes.
But no one ever thinks about it.
Yeah.
No one ever thinks about this till it goes south. It's like the little guy in the background just working away, and nobody pays any attention to him.
Well, and it's just chemistry.
Yes.
It's just chemistry.
Yeah, well, I remember when I was getting ready to go to vet school, I was like, there's no way I'm going to like chemistry. I'm not going to like chemistry. I turned into like a chemistry nerd. Like I am.
You are a chemistry nerd.
I love chemistry.
You do, yeah.
Because I remember I had a professor that said chemistry is what explains biology.
Yeah.
It's the gap. It bridges the gap between physics and biology.
It does.
And it does. And I think that's why I like it. It's like how the whole world works.
It really is.
The whole world works in chemistry. So we're going to talk about acid-base balance.
Yep.
And, you can't talk about acid-base without the great quote from the philosopher Meghan Trainor. It is all about that base. So.
It really is, though.
Yeah, dad joke.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll let you have that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't help it. If you're going to talk about acid base, you got the little Meghan Trainor.
You can't really pass up that opportunity.
You can't.
So this is the kidney's like other main side hustle.
That no one thinks about.
Yeah. And the lungs are important here too.
Ah, yes.
Yes. The lungs are important here too.
Yes. They're really, oxygenation's cool and all, but they're really more of an acid-base balancer. Like when I teach anesthesia, I'm always teaching the girls like the lungs have nothing to do with oxygenation.
It's all about CO2.
All about CO2.
Even when, the whole point of making like how your body tells you to breathe more is CO2.
Yes.
Doesn't have anything to do with oxygen.
Nothing.
Yeah. It's just CO2.
Like when you're training and you're trying to get more distance running and you're trying to train more, it's more about your body learning to process the acid base part of it than it is the red blood cells.
Yep.
Which is why I always watch them on the sidelines breathing oxygen in. I'm like, that has nothing to do with. It's about acid base balance. Yeah. Oxygen doesn't help with that.
You've got lactic acid and carbonic acid, and you just got to get rid of that.
So let's talk a little bit about acid base.
Okay.
The body has a very specific pH that it works in.
Yeah.
7.35 to 7.45.
That's it.
That's it.
You can live from 6.8 to 8.
But it ain't pretty.
But it's not pretty.
Mm-mm.
But outside of that small window, you're a goner.
Right.
Yeah.
Like everything shuts down.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
You're talking less than 2 points either way, and you're dead.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah, it has got to maintain pH.
Yes.
So this is where, to me, it's where it always gets confusing because it's like, okay, if it gets less than 7.35, it's acidic. And I don't know why, but my brain always wants to flop this the other way.
Yeah.
If it's greater than 7.45,
it's alkalotic.
It's alkalotic or basic.
Yeah.
So it's...
Gosh, I'm having like so many flashbacks right now. Holy crap. Okay.
I remember this is one of the tougher things to grasp when I was in school, but once I did, I was like, this is absolutely beautiful.
It makes sense. Everything makes sense now. Yeah. But the pH is basically, pH is free hydrogen ions floating around out there.
Yep.
Man, and hydrogen is just like...
It's everywhere.
We were just talking about MRIs the other day, and that's all about hydrogen.
All about hydrogen. Proton spins and hydrogen.
Yeah.
Everything's about hydrogen.
Crazy. Anyway, before we get down that rabbit hole. So pH is all about hydrogen, and acids and bases are also all about hydrogen. So acids are hydrogen donors. They have an extra hydrogen that they can basically give to somebody.
Yep.
Bases are hydrogen acceptors.
Yes.
So they've got an extra little space that they can bring it in and absorb it essentially.
Yep. I always think about them as like givers and takers.
Yep.
Givers and takers. Bases take, acids give.
Yep.
And the way we maintain this is a buffering system. Mm-hmm. And you actually learned about acid-base balance and how this works in your like kindergarten, first grade science class. Base, baking soda.
Yep.
Acid, vinegar.
Yep.
Pour the two together, bubbles everywhere. Mm-hmm. What are those bubbles? CO2.
Yep.
So you basically have a giant volcano going inside your body.
All day long.
All day long.
Yeah.
And you're breathing out that same gas that your volcano made. Mm-hmm. That's what you're doing.
Yep.
And if
That's
it stops,
a very good way to think about it, actually.
Yeah, I get a little brain here.
Yeah.
So I got to think about it in really simple terms. So I'm just thinking about Mr. Wizard. I used to watch Mr. Wizard on TV. I'll never forget. He made a volcano. It was on. Like, I had to go right then. That was my Saturday morning. I'm going to build a volcano. And that's what I did. My mom was not happy, but so it was great.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is happening all the time in your body. Mm-hmm. All the time. And if it ceases to function,
you die.
You die.
Yep.
And so kind of relating this back, why is this important? When you've got a horse and you're getting these horses in shape and they're huffing and puffing, this is why.
They're breathing out CO2.
Breathing out CO2. Mm-hmm. And this is like when you're getting a horse fit, horses are amazing athletes. They've got a fantastic oxygen carrying capacity.
They do.
Down here at sea level, we're about 16% oxygen. Changes if the higher in altitude you go, but we've got tons of oxygen around. Mm-hmm. It's this acid base. This is why your horse is huffing, puffing, panting. This is why your horse's heart rate's up. This is why they're breathing like crazy.
Yeah.
So until they're trained and fit, this is a system we're training. This is a system we're making more effective.
Yeah.
And so the body is constantly keeping this in balance.
Somebody, when I was in undergrad, somebody said, your heart rate's not important in losing weight. They're like, that's not the important thing. Really, the only way to lose weight is to lose carbon, which you have to do by increasing your respiratory rate.
Ooh.
So you can breathe out CO2.
Makes sense. It is carbon we're trying to get rid of. Dang, carbohydrates and carbon.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Crazy.
So, when you're exercising, a byproduct of all exercise is hydrogen ions.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting dumped out like crazy.
Yep.
And again, the more hydrogen ions you have, the more acidic you get.
Correct.
So we have the bicarbonate buffer system, and there's an equation. Casey, maybe put it up there.
Henderson-Hasselbalch.
I've always said if you will get the Henderson-Hasselbalch equation tattooed, I'll pay for it.
My husband would do it.
I mean, I tell every tech here, I was like, if you get that tattooed, I'd pay for it. I'm going to teach you, man. That way, you run anesthesia, you can look down and be like, oh, I know what to do. So, but yeah, so byproduct metabolism, ton of hydrogen ions floating around.
Yep.
That means our pH is headed down.
Yep.
That means we're going to die.
Yep.
But luckily, we have a great enzyme, carbonic anhydrase.
Mm-hmm.
And its whole job is to be like, hey, here's some bicarbonate, some HCO3 negative.
Yep.
And HCO3 negative is like, you know what, hydrogen, come hang out with me.
Yeah.
I'm negative, you're positive. Let's get together.
We'll make carbonic acid.
Make carbonic acid.
H2CO3.
Yes.
Yep.
You also know this is baking soda.
Yes.
Actually, it's HCO3 negative, but you know it's baking soda.
Yeah.
With a sodium on there, but we'll get
Still.
better. Still. So now.
Sodium bicarb is.
Sodium bicarb.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. The bicarb is what we care about. Sodium is just, that just stabilizes it.
Right. That's just hanging out there.
Makes it a salt. Oh my gosh.
You just bounced an equation on the podcast. Did you see that coming in your life?
No.
So, yeah, again, we told you we're going to hit nerds. So at this point in time, the body's making a bunch of vinegar.
Yep.
But it's okay because we got a bunch of baking soda floating around.
Yes.
The two get together.
Yep.
Luckily, and I don't know why, but luckily it's not bubbling. But when
It's not, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when it gets to the lungs, now it bubbles. And it breaks down. You breathe out CO2
And
water.
Yes, which is why when it gets cold, you can see your breath. That's the water.
It's the water.
Yeah.
That's where the water comes from.
Yep.
So water loss also goes back to acid-base balance.
Yep.
So freaking cool.
Yeah. I don't know how we've waited this long to do this episode. I don't know how you've made it this long. We're getting way too excited about this.
It's a lot of nerd, but it's fun. So you're exercising your horse, and you're out there. He starts huffing and puffing. That's because he's got a bunch of hydrogen floating around. And now you're just waiting on some baking soda to show up.
Yeah.
Baking soda shows up and said, come on, hydrogen, hit your ride with me.
Let's go.
And then we're going to head over to the lungs.
Yep.
And then we're going to exhale.
Yep.
And CO2 and water are going to leave.
Yep.
And we just keep making more bicarb.
Yep.
And now here's the cool part.
Kidneys.
Who gets to make the bicarb?
Kidneys.
Kidneys.
Yeah. So the kidneys. Like Dan was saying, your primary defense for your acid base regulation or your quickest regulation is going to be in the lungs. And so you're going to adjust your pH by adjusting your CO2, breathing more and breathing less. Your second kind of defense is your long-term defense is your kidneys.
Yeah.
Because it's all about the bicarb. It's all about the base.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
All about that
it's
base.
all about the base. So kidneys will reabsorb bicarbonate. And then they'll also excrete hydrogen.
Mm-hmm.
So they're really balancing. The lungs balance one side of the Henderson-Hasselbalch equation, and the kidneys balance the other side.
Your kidneys make sure we have the components we need.
Correct.
And then get rid of some of the ones we don't at the same time.
Correct.
But they're going to make sure we got that bicarbonate around so the lungs can exhale.
So they're going to absorb the bicarb. They're going to pee out the hydrogen, and they're also going to make new bicarb.
It's so cool.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, really the kidneys are helping the lungs twice. Mm-hmm. They're truly in charge of this whole system.
Yep.
So not only can you, if you think about it, when we're describing the system, you cannot maintain acid-base balance without kidneys.
You cannot.
Cannot happen. When you're in kidney failure, acid-base is tanking.
Yep.
We got problems. You're getting really acidotic usually.
Yep.
So that's over there happening. And then they're also making sure that you have the cells you need to carry oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
The lowly kidney. No one thinks about the lowly kidney.
They don't.
But the kidney says, I got this.
Yeah. And so we can look also at urine pH as an indicator of kind of your acid-base status.
Right.
So if you need to get rid of a lot of hydrogen or a lot of if like you have too much hydrogen floating around, you're too acidotic, you can pee out all that hydrogen, and then your urine becomes really acidic.
Yep.
So that's something else we can look at to say, hey, how are we doing?
Right. So you got sick horse, pH, and like we can measure pH on a blood gas. We can look at pH on a blood gas.
Yeah.
We can look at the amount of CO2 in there, which also gives us a TCO2 will get and give us some idea of what we're dealing with. Acid base, or we check pH in the urine. Usually when the pH in the urine has gone south,
it's not good.
It's not good.
Yeah.
They've quit.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's incredible.
It is.
It's an amazing system. And there is actually a condition called renal acidosis. And that's where that part of the kidney does not function like it should.
Correct.
So it's not doing its job in acid-base balance.
Yeah.
You know what the treatment is? Feed them a crap ton of baking soda.
Yeah. Get them more bicarb. They need a buffer. They need more base. So yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, so we can look at, there's different things that happen. So there's two things that break, right? There's either the kidneys break or the lungs break, essentially. Right. So you have metabolic acidosis and alkalosis, or you have respiratory acidosis and alkalosis. And they're just trying to fix each other.
Right.
Yeah. One compensates for the other. They both try to fix it. Again, the lungs compensate a lot quicker. The kidneys compensate over time. But if they break, you're in trouble.
Big trouble.
Because remember, like we talked about, you've got that, 0.1 change in pH is where you're happy. 2 points either way, you're dead.
Right.
So.
And so here's another cool fun fact about this. If you're trying to figure out, still trying to wrap your head. If you start hyperventilating, what do? Tell you to breathe into a bag, right?
Yeah.
Why are you breathing in the bag?
Because you're keeping your CO2.
Yeah, you're keeping that CO2. And so that takes that whole equation, shifts it the other way. And when you're keeping that CO2 and you're not able to shift that equation, you're becoming acidotic. And what happens when you're acidotic? Your body starts to shut down. And guess what? You will calm down because your body is essentially shutting down. Yeah.
You're like, oh, we got to prioritize some other things first. We can't be having a whole panic attack right now.
Exactly.
Yep.
So you basically start shutting things down because your CO2 is going up inside the lungs.
Yep.
Which then makes you more acidic. And when you become acidotic, it happens quick.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's the thing. These shifts happen quick.
The lungs are fast.
Yes.
Yeah. They are.
So, yeah. And I think this is a good point. Like, when we talk about being nice to your kidneys.
We mean it.
And when your vet comes out and said, hey, we got a problem with our kidneys, and you see like a half panic look on their face, this is not the time to wait and see. This is not the time to play, like, oh, maybe it'll be better tomorrow. Like, no. As you're going to find out in episode 3, it's time to get down to business and get to treating some stuff.
Yeah.
Because like I said, from an acid-based standpoint, these guys are critical. We'll deal with it. Like we can treat. If you're thinking about it, we can handle the lack of red blood cell production. We got a great medication for that.
Yeah.
And we can somewhat manage the acidosis part of this. But long term, like you have to have this be balanced or nothing else functions.
Truly.
Like literally, if the pH is not right, nothing else works in the body.
If the pH is not right, if your oxygen carrying capacity is not right, and if your extracellular fluid matrix is not right, nothing works.
You're dead.
Yes.
So it literally comes down to if your sodium and potassium, your calcium, your chloride, if none of that's okay, you're not going to make it.
You're not going to make it.
Which is the kidney.
Yeah.
Doing that.
Yeah.
If you're not making erythropoietin, you're going to run out of red blood cells.
Quickly.
And when you run out
the lifespan of a red blood cell is not that long.
I think it's 90 days?
Yeah.
90, and that's 90 days like we're done.
Yeah. Dead.
Yeah. Like we've got a few that are going to kick the bucket before then.
Yeah.
So you got 90 days. All right. And who's responsible for that?
Kidneys.
The kidney.
Yeah.
if your pH does not stay between 7.35 and 7.45, you don't see tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's how fast that's how fast like a metabolic acidosis can occur. Like you have,
and they feel
short.
terrible.
Oh, they're awful.
They feel terrible.
Yeah, feel like crap.
Yeah.
So,
and then they don't want to eat, which means that then they don't have a source of all of these electrolytes and things, because where does that come from? That comes from the food.
Right.
So then everything gets worse.
Right.
It's just a giant snowball. So Dan's right. Like when we say like, hey, we're worried about the kidneys, it's time to buck up and pay attention.
Yeah. Like this is big because and if you notice, like I even got to 4, we got to filter some stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like that's 4, but you know why it's number 4 on the list? Because the first 3 are going to kill you before the 4th one does.
Mm-hmm.
Like the GI tract will kick in and kind of help you filter
a little bit.
And if you think about it, dialysis wise, we can help you filter.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't work real great in horses, but if we're in a pinch, we could run a little peritoneal dialysis.
We could try.
For those other 3, we got problems.
Yeah. And we can't fix it as well as the body fixes it.
Oh, no.
There's no way.
No. And we
especially like, because if you're relying on a blood gas, that is so, like, it's such a volatile sample.
Right.
Unless you have like a stall side test, which are not very reliable and easy to come by, unless you're at like a university setting where they can run that right away, it's not going to be accurate. No.
And even those blood gas meters, I mean, they've got like a temperature range they function in where it's like 61 to 63.5. I mean, it's some narrow range that it'll run.
It's very finicky.
It's a really big chemistry thing.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, like you were talking about, like trying to get that test is kind of difficult.
It's very hard.
But if you look at all these things, if you look at what you've got to do to stay alive, which is transport oxygen, get rid of waste, keep your electrolytes, make sure you have adequate blood pressure so that if your heart beats and your blood pressure is crap,
you don't get any perfusion.
You don't get any perfusion.
Yeah.
So blood pressure lower than 60 and you're not, like or lower than 40 and the brain's no longer perfused.
Correct. Yeah.
You're brain dead.
Yeah.
So that's mean arterial pressure, but every one of those roles. Kidneys.
Yeah.
Kidneys. Mm-hmm. So next time you think the liver is cool.
It's not. It's not. Really? It does the same thing over and over and over again. It's boring.
And I'm going to give a shout out to all the nephrologists out there.
Oh, yeah. Y'all are cool. You have a cool job.
I mean, if you really think about it, everybody's like, oh, they're a cardiologist.
Ooh.
Yeah, they work on a pump.
They're plumbers. They're glorified plumbers.
Yeah. The nephrologist, he's working on the kidney. And without the kidney, it ain't good.
Without the kidney, you don't have a body left to work on.
You do not.
There you go.
So next time you see their nephrologist, buy that man a drink. He deserves to be a rock star because he's the one that keeps this kidney running.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and again,
the kidney keeps everybody else running.
Yeah. And when you start getting into all these diseases, these are all the things like this is why when your veterinarian sees, we talked about one of the first indications of kidney failures, we get an increase in BUN and an increase in CK. Creatinine.
Yeah.
Sorry, not CK.
That's okay.
Got muscle in the brain.
That's
We've been
okay.
working on a lot of muscles lately.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, so we see an increase in creatinine and we see an increase in that BUN. Mm-hmm. When we see that show up on blood work,
we're like, oh crap.
We're sitting in like it's not wait and see mode. This ain't hope and pray. This is like we got to go to work. And in episode 3, we'll tell you what we got to do.
Yeah.
And it's not like, get them in, if it's a Thursday, you can't be like, we'll start on that Monday. Like,
nope.
No. We start on that Thursday.
Should have started yesterday.
Yes.
When we were at 73% loss and not 75.
Right.
Yeah.
You're just thinking it needs to filter. We're over there going, I've got to maintain pH. I've got to keep red blood cells being produced. I've got all these electrolytes I have to worry about. Because then we get in, we run that blood work. Now we're like, okay, we need to know what our electrolytes are doing. Mm-hmm. So we get crazy nerdy and we start doing a lot of chemistry and we start running a lot of tests on both the urine and the blood.
Yep.
Knowing what our electrolytes are doing. So we got an idea.
Yeah.
And if we get through this, it's still got to go do its job as vitamin D.
Yeah.
That's like its weakest side hustle.
But it's so important.
But it's still important. Like, it's still important.
There's not a single thing that the kidney does that's like, you could do without that.
Yeah. And it's so good. I mean, this is why I say, like, anytime there's redundancy built into a system, it's important.
Yeah. And
so you can live with one kidney.
Yeah.
So there's redundancy. You can live with one.
Mm-hmm.
But you really need to.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's an amazing organ.
It really is.
So.
It really is.
Yeah. Hopefully y'all made it to the end of this podcast, because.
Yeah, I hope we didn't lose anybody along the way. We got excited.
This might not be the one to do while you're picking stalls. You might want to, if you really want to grasp this.
Yeah.
And if you actually find yourself really wanting to grasp this, welcome to being a nerd. It's pretty awesome.
Oh, man.
So, yeah.
Yeah, when the words, and it makes a salt, came out of my mouth, I said, oh, no. I have really come full circle. Oh.
And I laugh because I'm mostly an ortho guy now. I just watch stuff and limp all day. And I say that, but most of what I do is sports medicine anymore.
Yeah.
That's the majority of what I do. And I think that's also why I love the kidney.
Because you can't do any of that without the kidney.
They may not limp, but again, they cannot perform without good kidneys.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm so cautious when we're working on these horses and we're looking at different medications like NSAIDs, gentamicin. In these athletes, they've already got a higher demand on that kidney to work as it is.
Yeah.
So when you're looking at athletes, they really rely on that kidney.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm always monitoring blood work on these horses. I want to know what my kidney is doing the best I can.
Yeah.
And that's the part of sports med that everyone thinks when you're doing sports med.
It's all about the legs.
I think it's all about the legs. And I'm a leg nerd. I love the legs.
Yeah.
But there's more to it than that.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can have the best legs in the world and they can be 100% sound.
Yeah.
But if their kidneys aren't working, what's the point?
Yeah.
If they can't maintain this acid-base balance, you're never going to get through a dressage test. You're never going to get through a barrel race. You're never going to get through a jumper class. You're not going to get through a cutting. Why? Because they can't breathe.
Yeah. They can't breathe enough to fix it.
They can't perform.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Kidneys.
Be nice to them.
Please.
Love your kidneys. So.
Yeah. Dang.
That was so much fun.
That was fun.
If you're ever wondering if we're nerds,
I think this solidified it. This removed all doubt.
Yeah, this removed all doubt. So I had a lot of fun today.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun.
Henderson Hasselbach, man.
Oh, all day. Henderson Hasselbach. If anybody has that tattoo, send us a picture.
I doubt it. I think that's a very niche.
Probably. If I like tattoos and I wasn't scared of them, I'd probably get it.
My husband loved tattoos. If you told him you would pay for him to get another tattoo, he'd probably be like, yeah, I don't care what it is. Yeah.
I found they use needles and then it's permanent. And I think if I were to get the Henderson Hasselbach tattoo though, that would be like the most easily identifiable person in the world. It's easy to find.
It's an N of one.
Yeah, he's got a Henderson Hasselbach equation tattooed on him. But there's no escaping that. I can be found because I'll be the only nerd running around with it.
Yeah.
But it is that.
It is that.
It is the formula to life.
Truly.
It is truly the formula to life.
Yeah.
And who plays a role? The lowly kidney.
Yeah.
The lowly kidney. So.
Cool.
Yeah. Thanks for being here. Thanks for going down this nerd route.
Anytime.
Yeah. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah. I'm always down to clown. So
we probably should have covered the liver first because it's not near as cool. It's like we have reached the pinnacle. So
yeah, everything else is just not going to hold a candle to the kidney.
No, I mean the heart's just pumping, the lungs are just like.
I mean, cardio is cool.
Cardio is cool. I will say that cardio is cool because you do have to have it. I mean, we really got to have it all, but.
Cardio is cool. The liver, I mean, it does some things. It's cool. I think the coolest part of the liver is it regenerates, but we'll get into that.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to go just like system by system, and
yeah, we'll jump into that.
Yeah.
Then we'll jump into the GI tract too.
White cells, though, we got to do the white cells.
White cells next.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, thanks for being here today. To our listeners out there, if you made it all the way into this, we applaud you.
Yeah.
You were a nerd.
Well done.
We should get some T-shirts for the Equine Vet Connect nerds. Because if you made it at the end of this, you are a nerd. But that's okay. Nerds are cool. So.
Nerds make the world go around.
They do.
Yeah.
Try to get by without a nerd. Can't do it.
Can't do it.
So, well, April, thanks for filming all this. And we actually had Destiny, one of our techs. She had to sub in today.
Yeah.
So
Hey.
So a big shout out to Destiny to make sure we got this recorded. Casey, thanks for editing. I keep forgetting to do this, but I'm supposed to ask everybody, if you like this podcast, like and subscribe. If you don't like it, don't like and subscribe. We don't care.
We're going to have fun either way.
Yeah, we're having fun. We're just bringing y'all into our fun. And yeah. So if you like it, like and subscribe. If you don't, then don't like and subscribe. That's cool too.
Yeah.
We don't care. This is just having fun for us.
We're going to keep doing it whether you listen or not.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. If we got one listener, we're going to keep doing this. So.
Yeah.
Casey, thanks for editing all this. You do make us sound way smarter because you get rid of our
oopsies.
So fantastic. So, all right. Till next time, remember, in the words of Megan Trainor, it's all about that bass. Y'all have a great day, and we'll see y'all later. Take care.